Sup, dudes? So, it's your boy here, back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes. Had to pry myself away from Pokemon Legends for a little bit, so we could actually record this. Alright, so this is the 5th anniversary FEH channel, and we got some pretty good info in here. I'm actually not gonna lie, they did a decent job, but like you guys already know, I compared these anniversaries to Dokkan, which just got probably the hypest anniversary of all time. So there's no way Faye is ever gonna live up to that. I've heard a lot of people say Dragalia Lost has really good anniversaries too, and some people said Genshin had a good anniversary. So I mean, as far as Fire Emblem Heroes anniversaries go, I think this one looks pretty good. So let's get started here. Alright, first and foremost, we're getting a bunch of special events for the 5-year anniversary. So, they did a little recap at the end. We're going to skip ahead a bit so we can just take a look at the recap rewards first. And then we'll double back and look at everything else. Alright, so right over here. Okay, so from logging in, playing special maps, and all of those like missions that they may release, we're going to be able to get all of these goodies here. So 255 of every flower. We're getting 10 summoning tickets for one banner, 5 for another. We're going to talk about which banners those are in just a sec. 55 divine dues, 55 refining stones, 855 Aether stones, 855 divine code level 2. We have 55 trait fruits. That's actually really good. Your boy is starved for some trait fruits, so that's definitely going to help me out. 2 celestial stones, actually pretty cool, but kind of disappointing that we didn't get a Form of Soul like we did last time. I think if they had done 2 Form of Souls, that would have been definitely enough to live up to last time. But if you think about it, 2 celestial stones is only 1 shy of actually redeeming a Form of Soul in the Celestial Stone shop. So they basically gave us 2/3 of a Form of Soul there, which I guess it's okay. Alright, then we get 555 of the heroic rails, 255 of the coins, and then 41 orbs. RIP the 100 orb dream that we had in the first anniversary, but still 41 orbs, I'll take it. Definitely better than nothing. Alright, so now let's go ahead and double back at the big news here. So, first up, we have the results for Choose Your Legends 6. And in first place for the men, we have Chrom. First place for women, we have Tiki. And then for second place, we have Seliph for men, and then Byleth for women. Pretty good selection here, I guess. We're already running out of good options, I would say, to win Choose Your Legends. So I have no idea how number 6, or rather number 7 is going to go. I just stuffed all my votes towards Reinhardt, honestly, because I'm not really a big fan of Chrom. He's just a lamer version of Ike, pretty much. And then Seliph, actually, I was rooting for Seliph the whole time. I did want him to actually usurp the spot for first from Chrom, but I know the Chrom fans have been starved lately, so I guess it's nice that Chrom finally got something. So Seliph in second place. Maybe Sigurd would have been a little better, but I'm definitely not complaining with Seliph. It's about time our boy got some more love. Tiki was a bit of a wild card, I think. I was not expecting adult Tiki of all characters to get anything. She has been so shafted in this game's history by her younger self. It's actually, like, kind of ridiculous how much love they give to little Tiki when Big Tiki is basically the same exact character. So, I don't know what the deal is, but finally, adult Tiki is getting an alt, which is the biggest news of the year. And then female Byleth is, of course, they can't have Choose Your Legends without some kind of 3 houses unit getting on there, right? So, there you go, token 3 houses character, and then the rest are definitely characters that I would say needed love, so that's good. Alright, let's go ahead and move on a little bit more. Alright, so alright, all this is stuff we just covered. Okay, so we're getting these Grand Hero Battle Revivals for the Grand Hero Battle Party. Some of these we knew about because they were in the data mines, but a couple of others we did not know about. So basically, how many did we know? I think like 7 of them we knew about. So they basically just doubled the output there. So Julius, we have Linus, we got Oliver, Leon, we got Fallen Takumi, Sias, Male Kana, Nesala, very nice there. We got Pan, we got Wallheart, another good one with his refine. Jamke, we got the, what's this guy's name again? Garen, I think. I haven't played Fates, so forgive me, but yeah, that's Garen there. We got Aversa and also Garnif over there, so pretty good. I mean, Nesala is bound to get a refine at some point. Pan, too, actually. Pan could be pretty interesting with a refine, but I think Nesala for sure, and then Wallheart already with his crazy refine are definitely the crown jewels out of this batch. Maybe when Aversa gets her refine, she could be a pretty good one, too. So I know a lot of people actually made her plus 10 because she was very useful around the time she came out. So some good stuff there. And also another thing they mentioned was that they're going to be given to us as 5 stars this time, which I don't think they've done before. I believe usually when we get the Grand Hero Battle units, they come as 4-star from these revival things. So it is nice to actually get a 5-star on the house there. Going to save us a couple of feathers when we go for the merges. Alright, now we have the Anniversary Hero Fest. So these are going to be the characters on there. And of course, I predicted a Hero Fest was coming, but I guess the mysterious legendary heroes banner that we saw in the data mine actually is this exact Hero Fest here. So I don't know why the proxy name for that banner in the data mines was legendary related. I guess there is a legendary hero on here, but I don't know. I was expecting it to be a little bit different. Regardless, we got some pretty good units here, like Yuri, for example. Plumeria and Dimitri, very good chance to get merges on them because they're not color sharing with 2 other characters as they would be on a legendary / mythic banner. Plumeria especially, I think if you're going to go for merges on any of these characters, I would say Plumeria is definitely the one to go for the plus 10 or however many merges you can manage to get. Just raising your score in Aether raids is basically mandatory at this point if you want to keep maintaining top 3k. So just get some merges on her, I guess. Dimitri's still pretty good for water season if you're trying to score a little higher in arena, but I don't know. The recent legendary heroes, I feel like they're just getting so crazy with the score creep now that it just makes a little difference if you have one or not. So if you already have your water season hero at plus 10, then I wouldn't bother, but he is a very good water season hero. Yuri, of course, the bane of everyone's existence. This guy is just dumb. And then Bride Catria. Funny they would put Bride Catria on here after they released the solution to her, which is False Start. So I know Elamine already has False Start, but she's only in Astra season, so if you're playing in Light season, then Catria can still pull off her antics in there, at least until we get False Start on a non-mythic hero or as a passive or some better ways to inflict it. So I would actually say, yeah, Plumeria surprisingly is probably the best unit to go for on this banner now, even though, yeah, Catria is definitely still good, and she will be for at least a little while up until we get more units that inflict False Start. Alright, let's see what else. Okay, so the tickets, yeah, the number 1 Roman numeral tickets that we're getting that we saw in the data mines are, in fact, for this banner. So, again, I have no idea what the proxy name for that banner was in the data mines. Alright, over here, we're getting the Year 5 special summon for free. Everyone's going to be able to do this. Basically, you hop into a summon and you pick a circle. Whatever color you get is going to be completely randomized, and then whichever color you choose, you're going to have a chance to get one of these heroes. Now, sadly, the 4-star heroes are thrown in here. I really wish they would do away with the 4-star demote characters being in here. I remember Wylia pulled Zane last time, which is like the most demoralizing summon you could get. Imagine like trying to get a 5-star. At least give us the chance to get a 5-star. Don't just completely crush all our hopes and dreams by putting the 4 stars in there. Like, imagine doing a summon on colorless and you get Vika. when you could have gotten something cool, like, I don't know, maybe the Halloween Grima or Harmonic Leaf, Harmonic Leaf and Seliph, or Duo Hilda and Marianne. There's so many, like, awesome 5 stars that you could get, but then pulling a 4-star would just take the wind right out of your sails, unfortunately. As far as which color I think is the best here, that's actually a pretty interesting question. Okay, so red we have, I'm only gonna like list off what I think is useful. All right, so Dorothea, of course, very good. We have Duo Lift, Henriette for the save fodder. Okay, this Nasal is pretty good, but I don't know if he's like all that necessary per se. He's a good Gale Forcer for sure, but I feel like there might be better options. Okay, then Fafnir, New Year Fafnir is good. This Shinnen, I believe he has dead eyes, so of course Shinnen's good for fodder. So what did we rattle off there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 good units on red. On blue, we've got... okay, this is... Alright, Pirate Surtur is really good. He's probably the best near save unit in the game. Alright, this Sothis is actually really good. Not necessarily for use, but I think her beast skill is hella slept on, and I really wish I had a copy of that to give to certain units. Okay, this guy's weapon is really good, this Corrin, but he is a 4-star, and then this New Year Regan is really good. So we got here 3 good summons on blue, I would say. Alright, then on green, we have Gustav, really good for fodder. I guess Starja, too, with her Plegian Torch, pretty good weapon. Alright, Katria, of course, on this banner, too. This is a good unit, Summer Kata. Okay, we have the Pirate, Hinoka, and Camilla combo. Alright, Ninja Corrin, of course, very good unit. And then New Year, Dagger, and Not, very good. Alright, yeah, green is looking pretty good. What do we say here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, green is actually in first place. And a smaller pool overall than red. So you got a better chance of getting something good on green, I would say. And then finally on colorless, we have... okay, Larachel's good. Hilda's good. Freya's good. But to get the most out of Freya, I think she's best in Summoner Duels when you do the whole support thing with Legendary Eliwood to give her bonus doubler. I don't know if she'd be all that useful in other modes like AR and Arena and stuff like that, though. So, kind of brings her value down a little bit. Alright, this Harmonized Hero, pretty good. Seliph and Leaf. Okay, this Ninja Eye Green actually is pretty good. And then Harmonized Lysithea is like probably the most potent offensive unit on the player phase. So, colorless looking pretty good, too. We have, what do we say here? 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. Okay, colorless is definitely solid. I think green is probably in first place, followed by... probably... oh, man, it's tough. See, the overall pool on colorless is a little bit less than red, so you would have a better chance, technically, of getting a select unit specifically, but I think the quality of the units on red might be just a slight bit better. Yeah, that's tough, but I'm probably just going to pull on green and hope for the best. So there you guys go with that. All right, we're getting some special anniversary maps, of course. You're going to be able to get 2 orbs per map there. I believe that was part of the collective rewards that we talked about at the end of this like segment where they covered all the stuff. All right, Hero Rises 2022, probably the most hype event of all the anniversaries. I've got no idea who's going to win this one, or even who's going to make it on the ballot, because it feels like Power Creep was just full-blown power marathon last year with all the craziness that was dropped. So your guess is as good as mine. I would have recommended Katria prior to seeing Elamine come with False Start. So that's just a sign that False Start is going to be a thing now, so... not too sure if Katria is necessarily the best option anymore, but she's definitely still up there for sure. Legendary Sigurd, also a good option. Ascended Fiorm just for the fodder, or if for some reason you want to get a lot of merges on her, I guess, because she is a good unit to use herself. Okay, the spark, this is very nice. Every player is going to be able to spark on this Hero Rises summoning event, so definitely may want to hold on to a couple of orbs to go ahead and do that, because the units on this one are definitely going to be nuts, because we're the one choosing pretty much who's going to be on the banner. So just being able to spark there, and then we get the freebie for whoever wins the voting gauntlet. All very nice. All right, here's going to be our Valentine seasonal. Let's go ahead and take a look at who the characters are. So it's Awakening themed, and we're starting off with Lucina over here. I believe this was actually an artwork from one of the promotional images for Fire Emblem Awakening. I'm fairly sure I've seen Lucina wearing something that looks like this in one of the artworks. It might have been like the OST artwork or something where Lucina had like headphones and she was wearing like a white dress that looked kind of like this. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know, but I could just be completely misremembering that. Regardless, though, it feels like it's been a while since we've gotten any Awakening love, so it is nice to finally see Awakening characters on here. Alright, so Lucina is an armored unit. They showed her swooping in there with near save. Let me see if we can quickly manage to pause the video in time to get a glimpse of her passives. Alright, conveniently they hid the passives there, but she does swoop in with near save, and it looks like she has a brave attacking weapon as well. So, could be pretty interesting near save option. Alright, next up we have the female Robin. Yeah, that's right, actual Robin, not Grima for once. So, it's about time we got some love for female Robin there. I believe she's an armored unit too, but hold on, let's see if we can get a glimpse of her skills. Alright, nope. Okay, so they're just completely hiding it. They're keeping everything a secret here. Alright, regardless, we got Owain up next. They did show his skills, actually, so we'll quickly take a look at these. Alright, sadly, it looks like he's going to be a demote, because Attack and Speed Bond 3 and Wings of Mercy 3... I mean, hello? That's obvious demote level, but it is what it is, I guess. He does have pretty decent art, so maybe he'll be a good merge project. He's a Cavalry Lance type, and his weapon, Piercing Tribute, have no idea what that does. He's got Blue Flame once again, so not too bad for fodder if you want to score a little bit higher in Arena. The 500 SP specials like Blue Flame just help you score better. Alright, then we have this Lissa over here. This Lissa is going to be the Tempest Trial reward unit. Very adorable artwork too, by the way. They always seem to do a good job with the seasonal Lissas. I remember the Christmas Lissa was my favorite artwork from that banner. And this might be my favorite artwork from this one too, so I guess Lissa just getting some good justice there. Okay, so she is a Tempest Trial prize, of course, so she's got Defense and Res Ideal 3. And then she has Res Opening 3. Staff of Tribute, Martyr Plus, and then Heavenly Light. It would have been nice if they gave her Nudge or Return or Drawback, Recover. What's that one called again? The one that Flame has. I always forget what that one's called, but the one that does Drawback and... oh, Rescue, that's what it's called, right? So, would have been nice if she had one of those, but either way, Staff Unit freebie, I guess... she's infantry, though, so... alright, that's kind of boring. Yeah, but Staff of Tribute, that could be a good inheritable staff, hopefully. Always could use more good ones of those. And then our duo hero is going to be Chrom and Robin. Totally bromance here, guys. Don't get this the wrong way. I think Faye even made a joke about this in the Faye channel. Chrom and Robin, some kind of bromance thing. Alright, regardless, we did get to see Chrom's skills over here, so... comes with Deadeye out the gates, that's nice. Alright, so we have Destiny's Bow to change fate. Automatically, that's going to make him an amazing unit. It looks like he's getting bonus doubler, too, here. He has the bonus doubler icon. I wonder if that's coming from his duo skill, which we don't know what that does yet. A-slot passive looks like a close counter version of the attack up 5 bonus. Not sure if you're going to take any chip damage from this one, like distant pressure, or if it's going to be the one that FEH had, where you get res up 5 and no penalties at all. So, could be interesting. And then he comes with Time's Pulse in the C slot. So, this Chrom looks like he could be pretty solid for sure. I mean, to change fate is just never going to age out. So, definitely some good stuff there. Alright, let's go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. Alright, so they talked about Lissa being the Tempest Trial prize. Alright, we're getting a new feature here, the World Mirror in, whatchamacallit, Hero's Journey. Okay, so they explain this. It's just more like completely useless, nonsensical stuff that they've been doing in this mode. But that's exactly why I like this mode, actually, because it just has no purpose whatsoever. It's just there for the fun of it, and it is very fun. So you're going to be able to make a couple of choices for your characters and have a little bit of influence on the shenanigans that are going on there. And I believe you get some of these fragments as well that you can use to get the other, I guess, event logs that you missed if you weren't able to get them. So these are pretty good rewards, I guess you could say, for this mode specifically. Alright, what do we have over here? Okay, Hero Merit Cap is being raised once again to 8,000, which is very nice. Definitely going to be able to use my old characters once again, so big ups to that. Alright, Aether Raids maps. We're getting 2 brand new Aether Raids maps, and honestly, I think this has been a long time coming. How long has it been since, I guess you could say since that update where they changed how some of the maps worked? Like, remember when Spring Breeze had 4 walls on it, and then, I don't know who decided to do that, by the way, but then they changed it so that a lot of the walls became breakable. So we have not had any new maps since then, basically. If you even want to count that as new maps, because they were just updated maps. They weren't necessarily brand new maps like this. I have no idea why they took so long to actually do this, but more maps in Aether Raids, definitely good. Going to help us customize our teams a little bit more. I'm not really too sure if I think either of these maps are going to be meta or anything. This one's got the trench tiles, kind of. These are going to slow down cavalry units, and then also they act as defense tiles, so that's pretty good. Actually, cavalry units can't even move through these because they have trees on them, so it's like a defense tile that cavalry units can't access, and they also have to move around. So maybe if you're trying to make a specific map where your units are not like overextending too much, then this could be good for the cavalry units to like stay in line with your other guys and not move too far ahead. This one over here looks like it has 2 little river sections, so this is sort of a choke point in the middle, but I don't know if I would call a 4-lane section a choke point, so maybe not quite so much. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, more arena maps, as if we even needed that. Actually, I think some of these maps were already in rotation. Like this one, I definitely recognize this one and this one too. Or at least, if they weren't, then they look very similar to some of the ones that already exist. So, I don't know if we need more arena maps. It seems like there's already enough. People don't really care about arena anymore anyways, so whatever. Alright, then we have Summoner Duels S, as if Summoner Duels R wasn't good enough. Here's the S variant. I don't really know. They didn't actually explain too much about this other than just showing this here. So, kind of giving us like Grand Conquest vibes with the multiple selection of units there. We got 20 characters on the map. Well, I don't know if it's going to be 20 on 20 or what, but each one of these groups has a different captain seal, so I guess that's an interesting way to balance it. You have to choose different units. You can't just run in with your Yuris and your Ascended Fiorms and Fallen Edelgards on one team and then just use them the whole time. This actually looks like you're going to have to mix it up and have a wider selection of characters and also use more of the captain seals as opposed to just the really broken one that lets you go first unless you've killed their captain and they don't have the seal anymore. I forget what it's called, but you guys know which one I'm talking about. So hopefully this one is actually fun. I don't know. We'll have to see. Like, Summoner Duels R, I actually did have fun, but I crammed it on. I procrastinated until the last day and just crammed all of my fights into one, like, session, which was pretty hard on the mental, like, awareness. After a while, I was getting kind of groggy with it, but just had to stick with it, I guess. All right, so over here, we're getting some updates. Very nice updates, I might add, to the summoning pool. So, first of all these guys here are going to be demoted to 4-star and, well, not demoted, but you're going to be able to summon them on the fake-out summons, the special rate 4 stars as 4-star heroes that evolve into 5 stars. So, some pretty good units in here. We have, of course, Brave Alm, who is one of the best melee units in the game. We have this Eliwood over here, who got a really sick refine. I guess all of the Choose Your Legends 3 refines were crazy. Oh, dude, we're coming up on Choose Your Legends 4 refines, aren't we? If they even bother to do refine. Can you imagine, like, Brave Edelgard getting a refine at this point? I don't even know if she needs it. She's still pretty good. But, yeah, I guess Choose Your Legends 4 refines could be happening soon if they decide to do them. All right, but regardless, like I said, these are some really good fake-out 4 stars to pull. Like, both of the Bylets have Ruptured Sky, which is pretty good fodder. Kanegus is definitely coming up on a refine, and they've been giving out a lot of copies of him, I feel like. He was in the Divine Code shop. They gave out one of him as a, or at least I feel like they gave one of these guys out as a, what am I trying to say? Like, one of those free manuals, I think. At least I think so. Or maybe I've just pulled him so many times that I've had him. Like, I've just had that many manuals. I don't remember, but I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of copies of this guy, and most of them were for free and not necessarily from summons. So, once he gets a refine, he could be pretty sick. I guess all these guys are due for refines too, besides the ones that already got them from Choose Your Legends 3, right? Like, the OG 3 Houses leaders could get one. Maybe the Bylets could get it. Yeah, the Bylets actually could totally get one right now because the Beast refine that we recently got actually includes the Creator Sword effect on it. So, I guess they are due for refines too. All right, they're also going to be running 2 weekly revivals per week instead of 1. So it's just going to speed up the rate at which we can get those guys. All right, Legendary Hero Remix. We're getting our first Mythic Remix with Air over here. Very badly needed, by the way. Dude, Air is like such a travesty to run, but I have no choice because she's one of my highest merged light mythics. So I just have to suck it up and run her, even though I'd rather run so many other units instead. Hrid also getting one. This guy's remix, we're going to talk about that right now. This guy had a really crazy one. All right, so Freezing Seal 2. At the start of the turn, inflicts attack and defense -7 and guard on the foes on the enemy team with the lowest res, and any foes in 2 spaces of those foes through their next actions. Okay, now we're talking here. This is like the Reeve effect almost. Whereas Reeve does lowest speed, this guy is doing lowest res, and then inflicting guard is so powerful with such a wide target radius, and also attack and defense -7. This is a really good passive B skill for him. And then he's also going to pick up attack and defense menace in the C skills, so pretty good fodder there if you want to go for that. I don't even have a copy of this guy, actually, so I might summon on the Remix banner to try and pick him up to get this. Freezing Seal 2 looks like it's going to be a really powerful skill for pretty much all content in the game. Just inflicting guard for free like that is definitely going to be good. All right, then we have, of course, Air's Refine with Sparkling Boost Plus. At the start of turn, she's going to recover 20 HP to the ally that has the most damage on them. So an extra 10 HP, which is pretty good, actually, because Sparkling Boost, I feel like, is really the only good thing about Air anymore, outside of the Res Blessing that she grants. So a buff to Sparkling Boost is definitely a good buff for her. And also, at the start of any ally's combat, if that ally's HP is over half, they're going to gain Res Up 5 during combat if Air is on the map. There's absolutely no restrictions on this otherwise as far as positioning or location or support or whatever. It's just if they're in combat and they have over half HP, they get res of 5. So, yeah, pretty good. Definitely playing up to Air's strengths. Like I said, with the res blessing, then you're getting plus 10 res basically with Air. And then recovering 20 HP at the start of the turn. It's kind of nerfed, I guess, if it gets hit by Fatal Smoke or... Is it Fatal Smoke or is it Deep Wounds that I'm thinking about? I think they're actually both the same thing, but yeah, Deep Wounds can prevent this, but it's still really good. In most cases, you're going to be able to activate that, and it is pretty clutch. And she's going to pick up Attack and Res Unity in the A slot. Would have been a little bit nicer if they gave her Attack and Speed Unity. She does come with, what, Swift Sparrow 2, I believe, in the A slot, so... It's kind of weird that they didn't stick to the theme of giving her attack and speed. Although she does have pretty good res, so not really a complaint there. Alright, here is one final change they're doing to the summoning selection. So, as you see here, we had a special rate 4-star, and it turned out to be a seasonal unit. So, they're adding seasonal characters. I think this is actually only on seasonal banners, though. Yeah, it seems to be. Only seasonal banners are going to have this, I believe. So, there's going to be an added special rate 4-star for these special heroes from seasonal banners. And you're still keeping the regular 4-star special rate as well. So, just 2 chances for you to get a 4-star pity on either of these percentages, which is very nice. And the selection of characters you're going to be able to get are... We are going to show right here. It's pretty much all of the early seasonal characters from year 1 and a little bit into year 2, I believe. Yup. Yeah, so there were some pretty good options in there. Not really, nothing too crazy anymore. Those guys are definitely aged, but still nice to be able to start getting them a lot easier. So that is good. And that covers everything. We have the promotional artwork there. I don't think the actual banner trailer is up yet for this round. That's adorable chibi Brave Marth right there. Kita Senri, of course, the god of art. My favorite artist probably in this game. Alright, yeah, so I guess we'll take a quick look at the art. I wonder if Kaboon drew anything, actually. Man, Kaboon... Probably gonna censor Camilla's chest with 2 orbs, right? 2 giant orbs. Alright, we got Kotaro art. Oh, this dude is badass. This Suzuki Rika with the Heldigan artwork and also Legendary Sigurd. That's a good artist too, right there. Alright, we got Wada, of course, with Peony or Leone and the Brave Erika. Alright, Tomoyo Asatani. Very good art there. Alright, then we have Inigo. I actually really like the anniversary special arts that they do. They're always pretty fun. I'm not too familiar with Okuma Yugo there, but pretty good art, I guess. All these arts are honestly good. Alright, cute one with the dragon children there. Oh, this is a pretty Shamir. Mayashima Shigeki with that pretty Shamir. Alright, and then we have Hilda and Marianne, the cotton candy shipping, as I like to call it, because of their hair color being cotton candy. Alright, we got Azutaro there. And then finally we got Rei. Okay, so the freebie Mythic Heroes. Man, Ash really grew on me. I think she's my favorite out of the batch now, so... There we go. How Now Brown Cow. Alright, Enkyo Yuichiro. We got husband and wife right there. Okay, I see you. Daisuke Izuka, the legend. The only artist I've ever met in person from this game. So, there you go, guys. That's going to cover us for this Fate channel. Let me know in the comments section down below what you guys think. I'm probably most excited for the remix for Air and Hrid, as well as, of course, A Hero Rises, which we can see. And also the banner, too. I'm going to go ahead and check right after I upload this if the banner trailer is up. Typically, they do it, like, right after the Fate channel, but sometimes they wait until the next day. I don't know yet. So, that's going to wrap us up for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the coverage. We actually rambled on for quite a bit there, so I hope I didn't bore anybody to death. But that's all for now, so take care, guys, and I will see y'all again on the flip side.